Prime Minister urges action on institutional hurdles to spur growth. Vietnam and China deepens relations through people-to-people exchanges.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is now 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Phie with the latest updates. Now, the monthly government meeting on lawmaking took place on Sunday, chaired by Prime Minister Phie. The meeting covered 4 draft laws and 2 draft resolutions of the National Assembly. More details to follow.
The Prime Minister emphasized the need to follow the Politburo's conclusions when amending the Penal Code, ensuring that it protects people's rights while providing sufficient tools to deter crimes. He highlighted the importance of avoiding the criminalization of economic and civil relations, promoting private sector development, and supporting innovation and digital transformation. On the draft law on nationality, the Prime Minister called for a simplified, transparent process that meets the needs of overseas Vietnamese and attracts resources for national development. The Prime Minister tasked the Deputy Prime Ministers with overseeing the completion of these draft laws and resolutions to present at the National Assembly's 9th session. He urged a focus on removing institutional barriers to development and mobilizing all available resources for progress. The Prime Minister also stressed the importance of decentralization, clear responsibilities, and efficient enforcement, with streamlined administrative procedures and effective law implementation.
Legal frameworks must not become bottlenecks. I propose that we adopt a renewed approach to lawmaking, one that decisively eliminates bureaucracy and cumbersome administrative procedures that burden people and businesses, ultimately reducing compliance costs.
The Prime Minister instructed ministry and sector leaders to take responsibility for institutional development and implementation, emphasizing the need to dedicate sufficient time, effort, and resources to enhance quality and ensure progress.
National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn has called on Bắc Ninh Province to take the lead in digital transformation, emphasizing the need for strong, comprehensive, and people-oriented changes. His remarks were made at a policy forum on science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation held in Bắc Ninh on Sunday. The leader proposed key actions for Bắc Ninh, including investment in modern data centers, applying AI and new technologies in key economic sectors, and developing high-tech industrial parks and an innovation ecosystem. At the forum, the National Assembly chairman also witnessed the signing of cooperation agreements between Bắc Ning's People's Committee and the Korean Business Association in Vietnam, Hanoi University of Science and Technology, and the Academy of Post and Telecommunications Technology. Moving on to other news, Vietnam and China have launched the Year of People-to-People Exchange to celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations. The initiative honors bilateral relations and pays tribute to the contributions of past leaders, notably President Ho Chi Minh and Chairman Mao Zedong, who laid the foundations of the country's enduring friendship. It also encourages younger generations to strengthen the traditional friendship between the two parties and the two nations.
72 years ago, Phie was among the young cadets and children of Vietnamese officials who were sent to study in China. He still fondly remembers the care and affection he received from his Chinese teachers and friends.
They treated us like their own children. I still remember our Chinese friends, the same age as us, who had their own struggles. We would secretly take steamed buns and share the buns with them during break time. It's an unforgettable memory.
Huang Xiaolong from Guangxi, China, has spent nearly 8 years in Vietnam, pursuing her studies and completing a doctorate. As she prepares to return home, she will soon begin her dream job, teaching Vietnamese.
I aim to teach more Chinese students Vietnamese, preparing them to be future ambassadors for Vietnam and China's friendship. I hope they'll have the chance to visit Vietnam, experience its culture, meet its people, enjoy its cuisine, and explore its beautiful destinations.
Nguyen Ngọc Ha, a student in journalism and communications at Tsinghua University, has been sharing information about China across various social media platforms.
I hope that the videos I've made can inspire young Vietnamese students who want to study in China.
To celebrate 75 years of diplomatic ties, the Vietnam-China People-to-People Exchange Year has begun, with events planned to foster mutual understanding between the two nations.
This initiative serves as a catalyst for ministries, sectors, localities, and organizations in both countries to strengthen cooperation and exchanges. It aims to effectively implement high-level agreements and shared understandings, leading to more tangible achievements in bilateral relations and contributing to the strong, prosperous development of each country.
People-to-people exchanges have played a vital role in strengthening Vietnam-China relations throughout the past 75 years, while laying the groundwork for building a shared strategic future.
Now, since committing to net zero emissions by 2050 at COP26, Vietnam has been actively transforming into a green economy. This shift represents not merely a trend, but an urgent necessity for sustainable development. Businesses, in particular, our large corporations, increasingly view green practices as a key competitive strategy and are transitioning to low-carbon models.
The Cà Mau gas power fertilizer complex consists of 3 adjacent factories that demonstrate excellent interconnectivity and a circular economic model. This green transformation by a national energy leader stands as a testament to Vietnam's environmental commitment to the world.
As a key pillar of the economy, we share responsibility with the government in reducing emissions through green transition and the adoption of new energy sources.
In 2025, Vietnam will mark a significant green milestones by hosting the Green Growth and the Global Goals 2030 P4G Summit for the first time.
As a member of key international agreements on the environment and climate change and a founding member of the P4G conference, Vietnam is ready to actively contribute to global efforts for green recovery and sustainable development.
From P4G's experience in Vietnam, we have found a dynamic and vibrant marketplace for the development and exchange of ideas and innovations that can change the world for the better, providing economic, social, and environmental value. The P4G Vietnam Summit is the perfect stage to give these ideas a global platform.
The P4G Summit, theme Sustainable and People-Centered Green Transition, focuses on mobilizing resources for green growth, low-emission agriculture, and energy transition.
Welcome back to VTV News. Over 40 hectares of forest were damaged in 2 major fires in Quảng Ninh province last weekend, prompting more than 600 people to work through the night to contain the blaze. Though the fires have been largely extinguished now, the risk remains high as northern provinces brace for hot weather next week. In response, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has issued a directive urging ministries, agencies, and localities to minimize future forest fire damage and ensure a rapid, coordinated response across the country. The United Arab Emirates, or UAE, Vietnam's first comprehensive partner in the Middle East, is now the country's largest trading partner and biggest export market in the region. 6 months after upgrading bilateral relations, UAE investors have shown increasing commitment to boosting cooperation with the Vietnamese market. More to follow.
The recent UAE-Vietnam Business Forum and exhibition in Abu Dhabi attracted nearly 500 delegates from both countries, the largest turnout to date. The Abu Dhabi Chamber of Commerce and Industry saw this as a strong indication of growing bilateral business opportunities. Phie province investment trip to the UAE has already yielded promising results.
UAE investors have been increasingly interested in the Vietnamese market. They have paid attention to some sectors in our province, such as tourism, services, LNG, and logistics.
At the forum, UAE investors expressed interest in Vietnamese agricultural products, food, and halal items. Additionally, sectors with strong growth potential, such as tourism, energy, information technology, and artificial intelligence, also attracted attention from UAE businesses.
The forum is a great step forward, boosting economic strength and investment and economic between Vietnam and the UAE. It gives both countries a chance to connect, have opportunities, and build strong business partnerships.
The Abu Dhabi Chamber of Commerce and Industry will work with the Vietnamese embassy in the UAE to organize more similar events.
Has been able to create and foster an environment of innovation and efficiency. And in order to attract and have a strong bilateral trade and bilateral investment between the parties, the more the simplification of the processes, the faster and the speed of efficiency.
Vietnam and the UAE are planning to co-organize a large-scale business forum in Vietnam this October.
Now, the U.S. decision to lift reciprocal tariffs on electronic goods is expected to bring significant opportunities for Vietnam's technology exports. As a key player in the global supply chain and home to major manufacturers like Samsung and Apple, Vietnam stands to benefit from the move, which could boost exports to the U.S. However, experts caution that the tariff exemption may be temporary. Vietnam businesses are advised to stay alert and prepare for potential changes in future trade policies. The Chang'an Festival 2025 officially opened at the Chang'an Scenic Landscape Complex in Ninh Bình Province on Sunday. The festival features a unique blend of cultural and spiritual activities, most notably the traditional water procession from the Sao Khe River to Suối Tiên Temple, a sacred site honoring Saint Quý Minh Đại Vương, a national hero during the reign of the 18th Hùng King. This year's celebration offers a vibrant array of performances across 20 live stages along the river, attracting large numbers of visitors. The Chang'an Festival is held annually to express gratitude to national heroes and pray for peace and prosperity. And as usual, let's take a look at the weather forecast. And that's the end of VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can download VTVgo from App Store or Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel at VTV4Go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again at 3 p.m. local time.